What separates the elite from the average? It's not luck. It's not just talent. It's a mental code, one the greats have mastered. Jon Jones, Connor McGregor, George St. Pierre. They didn't just win because of skill. They programmed their minds to expect greatness. They manifested a reality long before it existed. This is the law of attraction, not as a buzzword, but as a weapon. Welcome to Freedom Mind. Jon Jones. Before anyone knew his name, before the highlight reel knockouts, before the GOAT debates even started, Jon Jones was just another hungry fighter in the shadows, fighting for a chance to break through. It was 2010. Jon wasn't the #1 contender. He wasn't the fan favorite. He wasn't handed anything, not a title shot, not a guaranteed future. Yet, while the rest of the world slept on him, Jon saw something no one else did. Every time a fan asked him for an autograph, Jon didn't just sign his name.
A lot of people were surprised when they found out that you've been signing your name as Champ 2011. How did that come about?
I believe in the law of attraction, and I believe that that you can speak things into existence.
He wasn't guessing, wishing, or hoping. He was declaring his future. Jon wasn't just putting ink on paper. He was writing the future. This wasn't a dream. It wasn't a random wish. It was a statement of certainty. He wasn't hoping for it to happen. He was ensuring it. This is the law of attraction in its most powerful, most dangerous form. He wasn't asking the universe for permission. He was demanding that it bend to his will. Jon wasn't waiting for the world to hand him greatness. He was creating it himself, one autograph at a time. The moment Jon stepped into the octagon against Shogun Rua in 2011, the world was stunned by his dominance. To Jon, though, it was just the timeline catching up. He had already been there 1,000 times in his mind, and when the cage door shut, he knew it was his. That's the power of vision, belief, and the law of attraction. Jon didn't just make history, he manifested it.
That feels so good. The testament is that dreams can come true, guys. They really can. Believe in yourself, believe in your heart. And once you get there, don't slow down.
Before the suits, the jets, the knockouts, Connor McGregor was a man with nothing but a vision. In the early days, Connor wasn't a millionaire. He wasn't a world champion. Hell, he wasn't even a contender. He was on welfare, collecting $188 a week, barely scraping by. No car, no fame, no glory, just belief.
I've been listening to laughter all my career. I've been listening to them laugh my whole career. They've been laughing. What, an Irishman win a Cage Warriors world title? Hell no. You serious? An Irishman? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. Okay, you gotta win. Now he wants to win a world title? Hell no, he's all talk, he's all hype, he's a joke. Laughter all around at the Joker. Then the Joker goes and wins the world title. Now he wants to win a second world title. More laughter. Listen, the sound of laughter and the sound of doubt motivates me.
He'd visualize himself in post-fight interviews, the crowds chanting his name, headlines reading Connor McGregor, UFC champion. He could feel it, taste it, and he wasn't going to wait for the world to catch up. He was pulling it towards him. As Connor said,
I mean, if you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction, and it will become reality.
When he knocked out Jose Aldo in just 13 seconds, the world was left in shock. The fans were stunned, calling it an upset, an anomaly. But Connor, he had already lived that moment in his mind 1,000 times. Precision beats power. Timing beats speed. That wasn't just some line. That was the result of years of mental rehearsal, of knowing exactly how that fight would go before it ever happened. Connor McGregor didn't just talk about being a champion. He became one before the world could even understand what was happening. What others saw as confidence was actually something deeper, vision. And when that vision met reality, it wasn't shocking. It was inevitable.
What happens as a result of that is that the two ends of your journey become the same place. So you eliminate the distance, you eliminate terminate the journey.
Georges St-Pierre. He didn't just dream of greatness, he prepared for it like it was already reality. In countless interviews, GSP spoke about seeing his career like a mission, not one driven by fame or fans or even belts, but by discipline, focus, and belief. No spotlight, no ego, just belief. Imagine this. Long before the UFC lights ever hit his face, before the world knew his name, Georges St-Pierre was already in training, mentally and physically. Alone in the gym, no cameras, no crowd, just sweat, repetition, and a vision. Every takedown, every jab, every ounce of sacrifice was done with intention. He wasn't just chasing a dream, he was sharpening a destiny.
So I go in the bathroom, close the door, and I say, now I see a lot of negative shit. I go in front of the mirror and I say to myself, I say, try to convince myself like a kid, you know, like, I'm the greatest, I'm the strongest, and I think of it, look at me, and I'm this, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm this, so I try to boost myself. Open the door, go back. I still hate my job, but I'm a different person than when I got in the door. So I play with mind games like this with myself all the time.
So what did these three warriors do differently that set them apart? What's the underlying blueprint they followed? First, they envisioned their success with intense clarity. It wasn't about vague hopes. Jon Jones didn't just think about being champion.
They found out that you've been signing your name as Champ 2011. How did that come about?
I believe in the law of attraction.
Connor McGregor, broke and unknown, declared he'd be a millionaire by 25.
I said to my dad when I said, listen, by the time I'm 25 years old, I'm gonna be a self-made millionaire. And he laughed at me.
How old are you?
I'm 24 now, so yeah.
GSP trained like a legend before anyone even knew his name.
I believe I'm champion, not because I'm the strongest guy, not because also I'm the more skilled guy. I'm very skilled, I'm very strong, I'm very athletic, I'm fast, but I think the reason why I'm champion is my mind.
They didn't wait. They decided. They moved, spoke, and trained like it was already done. Every action aligned with the future they believed in. That's not magic, it's mindset. The law of attraction doesn't reward wishes. It rewards readiness. So stop waiting for a sign. Act like the future you, now, and watch your reality catch up. Ask yourself, are you still waiting for proof, or are you ready to believe first? If you're serious about leveling up your mindset, subscribe. Freedom Mind is where you rewire your thoughts and unlock your true potential. Because once your mind locks in on greatness, everything else follows.